Once upon a time, a person went to Gautam Buddha seeking advice on how to control his emotions. This person was struggling with anger and frustration and was looking for a way to manage his emotions better. Buddha smiled and asked him to sit down, saying that he would tell him a story. The story began with a king who ruled a prosperous country. One day, the king decided to visit a neighboring kingdom, known for the wisdom of its ruler. When the king arrived, he was welcomed with great honor, and a grand feast was prepared in his honor. During the feast, the king noticed a fly in his soup. Disgusted, he ordered his servant to bring him another bowl of soup. The king of the neighboring kingdom saw this and advised the king not to be angry, explaining that it was just a small fly and it did not matter. The king replied, expressing his intolerance for such things, stating that even a small fly could ruin his mood. The king of the neighboring kingdom smiled and offered a piece of advice. He said, "Your Majesty, it is not the fly that ruined your mood, but your reaction to it. You have the power to control your emotions. Do not let them control you." The king realized the wisdom in these words and returned to his kingdom. From that day onwards, he started practicing the art of not reacting to situations that would previously trigger his emotions. He found that he was able to maintain his composure in challenging situations and make better decisions. Meanwhile, in another part of the world, a young man named Michael lived. He was a very emotional person and often reacted impulsively to upsetting situations. His impulsive reactions would lead to arguments and hurt feelings. One day, Michael decided to take control of his emotions. He knew that his impulsive reactions were causing more harm than good, and he wanted to change. Michael started practicing mindfulness and meditation, which helped him become more aware of his thoughts and emotions. He also began practicing the art of not reacting. Whenever Michael found himself in a situation that would normally trigger his emotions, he would take a step back and take a few deep breaths. He would then assess the situation calmly and respond thoughtfully. Initially, it was challenging for Michael to control his emotions, but with continued practice, it became easier. Michael noticed that his relationships with others improved. He was no longer getting into arguments and hurting people's feelings. Instead, he was able to communicate in a calm and thoughtful manner, which helped him build stronger relationships. One day, Michael's friend came to him for advice. His friend was going through a difficult time and feeling very upset. Michael listened to his friend's problems and offered words of comfort and support. His friend thanked him and remarked on how Michael never got angry or upset. Michael smiled and replied, "It's not that I never feel angry or upset. It's just that I've learned to control my emotions and not let them control me. It's a powerful tool that has helped me improve my relationships and my overall well-being." Impressed, Michael's friend asked him how he learned to control his emotions. Michael shared his experience with mindfulness and the power of not reacting. He encouraged his friend to try it out for himself, and his friend was grateful for the advice. Over time, Michael became known for his calm and thoughtful demeanor. He could handle difficult situations with ease, and people admired him for his strength and resilience. He continued to practice mindfulness and the art of not reacting, which brought him a sense of inner peace and happiness. The story of the king and Michael teaches us that we have the power to control our emotions. While we may not be able to control what happens to us, we can control how we react to it. By practicing mindfulness and the art of not reacting, we can learn to control our emotions and respond thoughtfully. This powerful tool can help us improve our relationships, well-being, and overall quality of life. The story emphasizes the importance of not letting anger and frustration guide our actions. Instead, we should respond with reason and not let our emotions dictate our behavior. In the end, the moral of the story is that by practicing mindfulness and the art of not reacting, we can learn to control our emotions and live a more fulfilling life. It takes practice and patience, but the rewards are well worth it.